Right, folks, we're back this Friday night. Friday, May 24th. Surrey, get ready for it.
Clash of the Titans.
It's a stellar lineup. We're coming hot off. It's great. It's May. Everyone's back. We're recovered from the long weekend. We're getting back into some wrestling action.
We are. This is Adrian the Bay with Dastardly Danny Deeds. I'm getting ready to go over some matches for you.
Matches hot off a great win. In Vancouver, we have new ECCW Tag Team Champions, the Bollywood Boys.
The Bollywood Boys.
That's Gurv Sira, Harv Sira. They're the new champions, and they're defending the titles right off the get-go against a very deserving team, and this is going to be one stellar matchup. The Stallions.
The Stallions would actually have to be probably my favorite tag team in ECCW. Maybe it's not popular to pick favorites, but I pick them. They're amazing, everything they do. But the Bollywood Boys put on American Guns. Not to be confused with the Smoking Guns.
Not at all, because the American Guns and Michael Sweetser have been making some statements.
They have.
Pro-American gun statements. But they have in-ring talent to back it up.
Those two guys have been very underrated as far as the ECCW audience is concerned. They haven't seen the full spectrum of what Ethan HD and Mike Santiago can do. People on the other side of the border down south know, maybe, but I think we may be in for a ride. I'm not exactly comfortable with the things Michael Sweetser and the Guns have said, but their talent is undeniable, and we're going to find that out. And who are they fighting?
Azim the Dream and Ray Brooks, ECCW classics.
Ray Brooks.
Veterans of this territory. And they're going to go in there and they're going to maybe just stop the Guns right in their tracks.
That'll be the goal.
That'll be the goal. And either way, we're going to see there's going to be, with this tag picture wide open, we could have new tag champs this Friday night. Or there could be another defense, but this will obviously be a situation where both teams are going to be yearning for a win and trying to make a landmark for themselves.
Absolutely.
All right, going on. In a very rare and unique situation, a one-on-one intergender match between the former women's champ, Casey Spinelli.
Casey Spinelli, yes.
And Hellion.
It's going to be Hellion.
It's going to be Hellion. And the House of Hell has had a lot of tricks up their sleeves. I feel bad. You know, it's bad enough that they've been viciously mauling and attacking people in general in ECCW, but Spinelli going in there alone, she's a trooper. But you got to give it to her. It's gonna be great. A lot of the women have been mixing it up because they're on par. They got wrestling talent, and they've been mixing it up with everybody. There's been a lot more in-ring equality lately, and it's great to see it. And they have the talent to back it up to be in there. So it'll be great to see something like this go on one-on-one.
Absolutely. As far as I'm concerned, gender has nothing to do with being a good wrestler. Whether it's male or female, if you're a good wrestler, you belong in the ring against anybody. So this is going to be an interesting battle. Casey Spinelli, who held the women's title longer than anyone else in a single run, 512 days. She has her challenge against Hellion. It should be interesting.
Interesting. And interesting is going to describe this situation, the return to ECCW of the Rock Pit.
The Rock Pit. It's been a while since we've gone on down to the Rock Pit. That's ECCW alumni Rockford, who we saw at the anniversary show in the ring with PBC member Cass Beckett.
And we don't know who's even going to be there.
No, maybe we'll have a guest, I'm sure, or some kind of...
I like mystery and allure in the world of professional wrestling. It's very exciting.
The mystery and allure.
And I like the excitement about what could happen to Jamie Diaz as he goes one-on-one with Moondog Manson for the ECCW Hardcore Championship. And not to at all credit Jamie Diaz or his ability to possibly win this match, but Manson in a hardcore match is...
Manson's at home in a hardcore match. That's like coming into his living room and challenging him for a fight over chocolate bars.
Yeah, most of the time it's... I thought that one was a good chocolate bar. Thank you, Mr. Manson, for that. I appreciate that. But you're right. If I walked in there and tried to steal his chocolate bars and he had a barbed wire bat...
Which he always does.
It probably ain't gonna boba. But you know, Jamie Diaz, he's hot coming off this tag match, and so is his partner, which we're gonna get to in the main event here in just a second. You know, he's got to be fuming after losing those tag titles. He's been in situations where he's boded very well for himself in a hardcore environment, and he's got stamina that Manson may not take into consideration.
Well, he's challenged for the hardcore title before in the past, but I think he's put on like 80 pounds of muscle since then.
He's stacked, and
So-
you're right, he could just...
You never know. It's going to be a different Jamie Diaz than Manson's faced in a hardcore match before.
Should be great. I hope that Mama Diaz gets her camera out.
Or hides outside.
Or hides outside, because you don't want to see what's going to happen. Alright, so, controversy. You know, we like controversy in
Pro
wrestling.
wrestling is riddled with controversy.
So, after Alex Plexus decided that perhaps it was in his best interest to team with El Phantasmo against Randy and Nicole, it just leaves this whole situation with the Riot up in the air. And now we have a situation where the Riot again is going to be teaming together. It's going to be Randy Myers, Nicole Matthews, going up against a team that no one would have ever seen coming, being reunited, the way these two have been going at it. Now all of a sudden reunited, and obviously they're going to be a very difficult force to contend with in the team of Sid Silem and Bishop, led by the Natural.
I never saw that coming. On the landscape of tag team wrestling, I don't think anybody wanted to ever see that happen.
They are going to hurt people.
They're a wrecking machine.
You know, I've been alluding to the fact that factions are... Don't even worry about faction. These two together, let alone individually, are just... between the skill and the destructive nature, and Natural's so conniving. And, you know, Randy and you've got Nicole, and they're a great team. Right now, there's just there's a mixing of the Riot pot, and I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to implode in that ring that night. And I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be. And the main event, Clashing of the Titans. I am so excited about this. I get excited about a lot of different main events, but this to me is just going to be really stellar. It's Scotty Mack defending his Canadian Heavyweight Championship against the 2013 Pacific Cup champion, the loose cannon Kenny Lush, one-on-one.
I don't think I remember ever seeing these guys go one-on-one. It quite possibly could have happened, but I can't recall. Both of those guys are at the top of their game right now, easily, I would say, and are arguably the best wrestlers in Canada. And them going one-on-one over a championship should be unreal. I have no idea. I have no predictions at all. I don't like to make predictions.
You don't have to predict, but that's the anticipation. We're on the edge of our couch. We're on the edge of our seats. Titans, they're clashing. It's Friday night. It's going to be Surrey. Wrestling's back. ECCW's back. Get your tickets. Book them online. Check us on Twitter. Check us on Facebook. Get down to the show.
Get down to the show.
Adrian LeBay.
Danny Dees.
We're out of here. We're going to see you Friday.
Friday.
Surrey, BC.